Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Supportive Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website in the back here, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. Of course, feel free to freeze frame on any of that information if you need to. Aries. Well, that's okay. Your cards are good. Let's see what you're dealing with. What are you doing? You got like a lot of things going. You got a lot of earth for you, which is fine. I mean, Aries being fire, I just don't usually think earth is compatible all the time. But you can definitely strategize and use it where you need to. That's for sure. You have your eye on something. There's definitely something you want, and you have a very passionate connection to it with the Queen of Stutter, apparently. Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. There's like a really like amped up energy there. I haven't even had coffee, so I don't know what this is from. Like, woo. Sometimes I just get a little objective, kind of like, is this me, or is this like, what's the deal? Finding your direction in something. So you got air, the Ace of Air. So the Ace of Swords and the 18, which I think is the Star card. No, that's the Moon. That's passion. You were like searching for something. Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. Something is going to prove to be very, very beneficial for you. Could be money. Could be. I would say the Ace of Pentacles, usually I look at it as like it's something you want that you're going to be able to keep. It's something of great value to you. So doesn't mean it's of great value to everybody like money would be usually. You know what I mean? Universally, people are like, yeah, okay, I understand that. But this may be something that's of great value to you. Something with like getting your direction on something. Somebody's telling you something, which is seeming to get the wheels going and the passion going. It's kind of like, oh, I've wanted that for the longest time, and now that this is being told to me, I feel like I'm getting the direction I need to go to make it happen. You're really excited about it. You have this card works for you very easily. The passion, the move, let's get going, let's do it, let's get it done, let's just do it. You also have the staying power for this. You definitely have the staying power for it. Got to get through this maze. Got to make this happen. This is what I want. I've been wanting this for a while. You do have the staying power for this. Why do I keep saying that? Because I'm seeing this here too. The challenge card is the Seven of Wands, is like overcoming the negativity, overcoming the distractions, staying your course. So it's kind of like you have the energy to get through this easily, but there will be a lot of distractions. I would find a way to set up some type of reminder, even if it's something like that you could put next to your bed. Could be a note, could be an object, something that you could see like when you wake up and when you go to bed, if that's possible, or even something like, I see some of you, I feel like, have something on your jacket. Like maybe there's a spot you could hang something or put like some type of reminder on your jacket, so that way when people ask you like, what's that about, you can be like, oh, that's right, I got to make sure. Like something, for some of you, I feel like you're putting something on your jacket. I don't know what to say about that. To remind you to stay on this track, to stay on your goal, to stay towards your goal. There will be distractions, definitely. Very tempting distractions, but if you decide what you want, what you've been wanting is most important, you will stay on that path. You have to decide how much you want this. I don't see you starting something in kind of like, well, I'll see how far it will go. I feel you're going to start this like, I'm starting this because I want that, and I'm going to get that. If you have the reminder set up for you, I feel like you'll be fine. You just gotta, wherever you come up, where like, for example, we'll do this analogy, hopefully it doesn't sound rude, but for some people that maybe they want to get more fit, maybe they want to lose some weight, that's their business, everybody has their own thing. or whatever. Maybe maybe it's not even lose weight. Maybe it's like they just want to eat something that's like, maybe sugar is really bad for them. And like for me, sugar triggers migraines. So I'm like, okay, I know I shouldn't be having sugar. I should be having something else. Like maybe even fruit is better than direct sugar. So it's kind of like, maybe I should do this, or maybe setting up a reminder when I go towards something where the sugar is, like the cookie jar, putting like a little reminder, like a question mark, like, you really want to do that? You sure you want to do that? Or maybe putting the migraine medicine next to the cookie jar, saying, hey, you might need this too, so be sure you really want that. Something like that, if that makes sense. Some people just try to eat healthier, not in the sense of like losing weight, but like, maybe they're like, well, I eat too much fat. I don't really feel like I need to eat less. I just need to eat less than that. I can eat more other things, just not that. So like if you're doing something like that, setting up reminders in the appropriate places to where, oh yeah, here we go. Like me next to the cookie jar, putting that little bottle next to the cookie jar, kind of like, is it worth it? Is it, you really sure you want to do that? Should you even have these cookies? Not for nothing. So I see you moving forward. I see it's a long-term, long-haul, big payoff. I also feel like this is one of those things, is it's kind of like pay as you go. I want to say that, no, profit as you go. Okay, that makes more sense. Profit as you go. Things get a little bit better. Every step of the way, things get a little better. You get a little bit out, you get a little bit out. That could be a distractor. Be careful of that. Because like you're used to getting these small payouts, and then something else distracts you. Like you could have a big payout over here. Try this for a minute. And you can go back to that later. That's what's going to trip you up. Kind of like, I'm used to these little payouts. I'd like a big one. Oh, there's one there. And it's kind of like, oh, I know, I could go over there, get that, then come back to this. It's going to trip you up. Once you break that cycle, it's gonna trip you up. So be aware of it. That's all. You got to make your own decisions. You will make your own decisions, clearly. Like, Aries is somebody who makes their own decisions, in my opinion. I know you guys are willing to follow along if it suits your purpose or if it seems warranted, but I just feel like Aries is stronger when they actually lead and they decide what they're going to do, especially when they have their own personal goals. They take themselves where they want to go. They get themselves to that goal line. The distraction. I keep getting these distraction. Okay, where's the dice? We'll do the dice again. Because it's like something really great for you here. But what are these distractions? Like, is there something else about these distractions? 17 and the 9 of air. It's stress. The 9 of air is like stress, in my opinion. And the 17th arcana is the star. Oh, I was looking for that before. Every now and then, you're just going to want to change it up. Oh, because I'm like the stress, like Aries can overcome the stress. I'm not going to buy that you can't. But, it's going to distract you, kind of like, maybe I need a break. Something like that. The stress of like, how long is this going to take? What else could I be doing? I just want to change it up. I just feel like I just want to change other things. It's kind of like, for me, if we're going to use that cookie analogy again, because why not? Changing my reminder up, maybe. Putting that question mark, maybe like, putting like a little funny sign with somebody holding their head, like, you really want that to happen? Change stuff like that up. Don't go off from your goal. Just be careful of that, because I feel like that's the stress. I just want to do something different. It's not like I'm getting worn down doing the same thing. It's not that. It's just kind of like, I just want something different. So like, when you're going into this, if you have that in your head, what can you, like, brainstorm in the very beginning. When it starts to get a little bit monotonous, what can I do to stay on the same path, but to amuse myself a little differently? Health is here too. Health in the nature journey with the 9 of Pentacles. Something about attaining this goal and sticking to it does seem to stabilize your life in a very positive way. Because I feel like once I've attained the goal, I'm very like staunch about, oh, it's mine and I have it and no one's taking it from me. So I'm going to do what I have to do to fight to keep it. And I feel like I'm much more comfortable and much more secure attaining the goal. For some reason, it changes how you live life. Don't bargain with the goal. don't bargain with the goal. Like once you get there and once you, whatever you have or whatever you want, you have, don't bargain with it. This is like your challenge card. Don't bargain with it. I don't know what that, I guess it depends on what you're going for. It's like for some of you, I'm seeing like maybe you're saving up for this house and you're trying to make it happen, and maybe you actually find one that's really close, but it's a fixer-upper, and you get it all together. You do the fixing-upping, sure. You do everything you need to do to make it the beautiful house that you wanted, but then somebody gives you a great offer like, hey, I'll give you this much money if you sell me that great house of yours. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. That, you know what I'm saying? You go do all this work, don't sell your goal. Don't sell it once you have it. I just feel like that's going to like put you back at square one. And it's kind of like you don't need to. Like, keep what you have. You want it, keep it. Make sure you keep it. Because I feel like it's almost like a really great offer. Kind of like, do this instead. I'll give you this money for that great house. You have the perfect house now. You've made it the perfect way. It looks beautiful, exactly the way you wanted it. Now I want it. I'll pay you extra. I pay this excellent amount of money for it to really tempt you. So you sell that to me, and then I have your great house, and you have that great money. Do something with that. I just feel like you'll regret it. I just feel like you'll really regret it. Because I feel like whatever you have, you should keep for the long haul. And it will have so many benefits. It's kind of like, if we're going to use that house analogy again, it's kind of like all the things and all the times you would have had at that house, all the beautiful memories, you'll probably have them somewhere else, but you'll always think about that house. I used to love that house. I used to love how that was. I had so much fun putting it together. It's exactly the way I wanted it, and I can't seem to find another one that really suits me the same way. I really regret leaving that house. I really regret not keeping it. Because the money I got from it, bills happened, this happened, that happened. Before you knew it, I ended up with a house, but not as good as I had. And half of that went to bills because it had to. So, and I probably would have handled things differently if I didn't have that money at my expenditure, disposal. There we go. But still, I really wish I still had my house. I feel like that's what they're saying. Don't get distracted. See it coming forward that you're going to get distracted. Don't let yourself get off that goal. Get there, and don't play with it. Once you have it, lock it in. It's yours. Don't let somebody else have it, or don't let it get taken away from you later. When you get there, stay there, wherever that is. Once you get there, I think you'll be fine. It's just every now and then there's going to be this temptation to kind of lose it. Just don't lose it. That's all. That's all. That's all. Anything else? Planning ahead of time, because you do have a lot of earth here. Again, when you start this journey, plan ahead for the distractions. I'm not saying you have to plan, like if you're going to go from here to, you're going to go 500 miles in whatever direction. You know where you're going to go. You're going to go to a beach, or you're going to go to a resort, whatever. Don't plan like every little step there. I'm not saying that. Plan for the distractions. Okay, if we have bad weather, I'll need to do this. You know, if it gets too expensive, I'll have to grab some money from there. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Plan for the distractions. Or I'm going to come across something and I'm going to want to do this. I have to remember I'm going to do that there, so don't do this. Like, does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. I feel like I'm just going to start, over talking it, so I'm going to let it go. If I haven't already. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.